Very impressive software. Let's take a look at viAssets Professional version. The Professional version has all the features of Standard, but also includes some maintenance scheduling, and you can add child-parent assets. A child-parent asset is something like a laptop, a keyboard, and a mouse. They're individual assets, but belong to the same bundle. It's a multi-company system, just like VIS Standard is, and you select the company you would like to go into, and click on Assets. On the left, we have the hierarchy of locations. Clicking the location shows on the right the assets that are in that location. You can have as many locations as you like. You can put them down to a depth that you also need. We suggest you don't go further than 5. Here we're going to find an asset we'd like to work with. So if we use the Find feature and use an asterisk, we can go asterisk Holden asterisk. And this is a wildcard for any characters before or after. We've selected an asset. These are the assets in Fred's Foodie outlet. There is the Holden and a parent-child asset as well, as shown by the indentation. Clicking on the minus just shows the parent. You can also pick up the parent and drag and drop it to a new location. Now down the bottom on the various tabs we have asset details, which tells the supplier, the description, the date of the depreciation, costs, etc. Going into the book details, we show them in the first list box. It shows the different values for each particular book. Here you can have unlimited books. You can have a tax book, management book, foreign currency book, for example. Going into book history, we have the tabs across the top: GL Trans, Year-to-date Trans, and we also have Usage. Usage is where you're depreciating an asset by the amount that it's used, and it depreciates by that amount. If we go to the Maintenance tab, this is an extension for viAssets Professional. You can schedule maintenance. For example, every 12 months we want a warrant of fitness, and this will appear on the Things to Do list. You can have as many of these maintenance schedules as you like. Maintenance history shows what has been done as well as any other notes. If you click on the Documents tab, you can have as many documents attached as you like to any particular asset. It could be the maintenance manual for that asset, for example, or a receipt or instructions, etc. If you're integrated with MYOB EXO Business and you use the analysis codes within EXO, you can see the transactions that have been tagged to this particular asset. So you can see how much it is costing you in the maintenance fees, etc. To get the full picture about your assets, this is where you'd go. Going into GL Trans, you'll see depreciation, where the balance sheet has been posted to. If you're renting this asset out, you can see the debtor invoice lines showing the income coming in for that rent of that asset. You can check here whether you're getting enough income in to cover the expenses of that asset. Extra fields. You can create extra fields just in case you have a field specific for your business that's not already in the system. Moving on to asset notes, again this is the audit trail of what's happened. It's notes about anything you'd like to create a note about. If we go into the last tab, it's about the image, and here is the photo of your asset. Let's take a look at partial disposal. You can partially dispose of an asset. If the Holden, for instance, has a radio, a tow bar, then you can take these off, which would reduce the value of that Holden. You can do full or partial disposals. Going back to the main menu, let's take a look at reports. In the top left corner is the list of reports. If we click Current Asset Listing, this is your current assets that you haven't disposed of, and they still have a value. We can select the book we're going to report on and choose the location. From Auckland and to Christchurch, we'll take all categories and we'll sort by category and then the location, and simply hit Run. You get a title page and the detail of the report. This is a summary report and shows by category, by location. That gives you the value you can reconcile back to your general ledger. If we select Detail this time and hit Run, this report is for every asset and it shows opening capital, any additions that we made in the period, any disposals that have happened, and any adjustments that have been made, such as when an asset like a vehicle might have had a tow bar added. This would have increased the value, and any revaluations that have been done and noted. And then you get the closing capital, and the same for the depreciation. Pass that report to an auditor and they have everything they need. There is the grand total, which should match your general ledger. The next report is the maintenance due report. If you clear the location field, you can see all of your assets. Clicking Run, it asks for the days to due date, and we'll type in 10. This shows the jobs which need to be done in the next 10 days. Back to the main menu, now clicking on Tools and Forecast the depreciation. The forecast allows you to forecast what the depreciation will be in future periods. When you're preparing your annual budget and you want to know your depreciation, this tool does it for you. And this is the forecast. It goes through and calculates for every asset. This is a report that you can preview or export to Excel. From the main menu, we have other tools, for instance, importing assets from other places, importing usage statistics, or anything you want that will update the depreciation schedule. We can do bulk and mass revaluations as well. There's many ways to revalue those assets. Now there's plenty of help in the product to help you through that. If you want to know more about our product, then email us on sales@veryimpressive.co.nz or pick up the phone and give us a call. At Very Impressive Software, we believe that it's support that makes the difference, and all our people try very hard to give you the support you require when you need it.